And today we're going to be talking about TENET EC versus Copen Grand. Right? Actually, TENET is not officially named yet. It's still Tampines EC for now. But we're going to be talking about two ECs in the market. Before we continue, I am Heikel.
And I'm Adi.
And we're from Hero Homes. And we're going to be going straight into a deep dive. It's going to be we're going to try and keep it short and sweet. ECs.
Yes, all right, because there are a lot of ECs coming up recently. Okay.
You can see in the market today, we have North Gaia, we have Copen Grand coming up in the next few weeks, and we have TENET. It's a very, very popular EC coming up.
Copen already started, people are already going to show flats already.
Yeah, they already submitted the application.
Yes, already collecting the applications. Okay, and what we want to highlight here is that those people who are actually thinking North Gaia was expensive.
Yeah, Yishun.
Yishun. Yeah. All right, at below 1.3 is expensive. In Copen, we are actually looking at 1.3 per square feet.
All right, so basically, North Gaia, if you're not aware, it's an EC in Yishun, has been the standalone EC in the market for the past 1 year plus.
Yes,
unfortunately, it's not doing so well in terms of sales. Not yet.
Not yet.
All right, but once people see the future prices for Copen Grand and the expected selling price for TENET, I think it's going to push the sales for North Gaia quite fast. So if you already purchased North Gaia, congratulations.
Yes,
otherwise, it's time to consider North Gaia now.
Because in terms of, we are looking at the entry price, it is actually the lowest in the market already.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So now, today is not about North Gaia. Today is about
Copen Grand and TENET.
Yes. All right. Basically, Tampines versus Tengah.
Let's go.
So,
oops, salah.
Let's go forward, please. Right.
Okay.
So, where exactly is this Tampines EC? Interestingly, there will be two, not one, but two Tampines EC. Okay?
Back to back, side to side.
Side to side.
Yeah.
One is nearer to MRT slightly.
This
The
one?
parcel B is nearer to MRT, and parcel A is slightly further.
And parcel A is the TENET lah.
Yes, correct.
Alright.
This is the one that is already launching, and we already know the price at 658.
658 per square foot per plot ratio. That means this is the cost that the developers purchase the land at. And by the time we add all this construction, land financing, agency fees, land costs, everything, we're expecting them to sell into the market at 1450 PSF on average. So you're going to expect to see the bigger units, the 4-bedder, the 5-bedder, going for maybe 1,250, 1,280 PSF.
And if they have a 2-bedder, okay, not sure yet. Some projects do have, like Copen has. It probably will be 1.5, 1.6
Possibly.
even. Okay, because of course the smaller units will have higher.
We have two projects here, side to side. Which one would you prefer to buy? Okay, let's just highlight the fact that parcel B is very close to this thing called Tampines North.
MRT. It's an MRT, okay guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, it is literally, there's an exit right at the almost at the doorstep. That was you. You is a utility. Okay. And then after that, parcel A, you have to walk a little bit further. Okay, but I mean, if it's going to be sold at the same price, definitely I will go for parcel B. But if it's going to be a lot more expensive,
same price, seriously, you think? Because I mean,
cannot be lah.
I mean, seriously lah, like land prices will keep increasing, right?
Yeah.
So parcel A release first definitely is already at a still at 658. All right, and especially so parcel B is so close to MRT.
Yeah.
The rule in Singapore is the closer you are to MRT,
the
the more
expensive it is
lah. So definitely there, I think that probably
potentially
it's about 700 maybe.
Selling for maybe 10%, 5%, 10% higher than parcel A.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're in the market today for an EC, likely you'll be able to get a steal. If you are able to go for TENET, you're like buying something with like built-in profits, because right beside, likely this project is going to be sold for much higher PSF.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay, but nearer MRT.
But you are in these two projects will be enjoying the same amenities in the area.
Maybe I just highlight, because right, you enter at parcel A, you already make paper profit.
Yep.
Confirm. It's like a confirm chop, guaranteed profit there already. Because when parcel B is launching at 700,
it's
then
going to secure your profits already.
Secure your profits already.
And like that, how to sell parcel B in the future?
Parcel B, oh, you know why? Because there are other residential around.
Right. So you still have a lot of BTOs here.
The number 4 especially.
Number 4, right?
Okay, all right. So maybe we start with number 4 first.
Okay.
All right.
So there are a few amenities in the area that will push up the prices down the road when you want to sell your TENET. If you buy today, you want to sell, you want to know what's going to help you make profits, right?
In 8 years, by the way, by then, right, there will be all this up already lah.
Yeah, first, you're going to see a lot of BTOs in the area which would have already MOP by then. Like how many? 16
Yes,
6,000 BTO flats are going to hit MOP in Tampines North alone over the next 10 years
And
possibly.
you know, EC, there's only like 700, 600 units. So
Yeah.
can you imagine that ratio?
So all these people who want to upgrade and stay in the area, they will likely look at Parcel A, TENET, Parcel B, and this upcoming number 4, a mixed development condo. What does that mean?
So basically, right, mixed development is you will have shops below and then you have residential units on top.
Right.
Okay, and people who like this kind of convenience. And if you see there is an exit from the Tampines North MRT that extends to it, means it's not a direct MRT below,
But it's almost
it is
integrated.
almost integrated.
As good as integrated as well.
Right. A similar show flat is Piccadilly, Grand in Farrer.
Or Lentor.
Lentor slightly.
Lentor is right on top lah. Okay, that's fine.
So basically, the fact is that they are trying their best to accommodate to the increasing demand in Tampines.
North. All right. We also have number 1, number 2, number 3. But okay, I think we don't have to talk so much about Changi East or Terminal 5. We don't have to talk so much about Paya Lebar. I think everyone is very familiar with that thanks to all the National Day rallies that we've listened to.
Yeah, but Paya Lebar will really help to increase the value of this whole space also lah.
Right.
Alright? Yeah.
Now, but staying in Tampines alone, right? The demand for properties in Tampines, it has its own ecosystem whereby people who are loyal to Tampines will only consider Tampines or Pasir Ris at best.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, look, in August there was this BTO and there was one very small Tampines estate. Look at the number of applicants per unit. It's 26 applicants per unit. The demand is so high. I've got some clients who applied for this estate, did not get it, and immediately this weekend, the results just came out a few days ago lah. Immediately this weekend, I'm going to be viewing with them resale houses in Tampines because
They don't want to wait for the next one.
in November there's no Tampines plots.
Right.
So can you imagine these are the same people who will eventually want to
Yeah.
buy condos in Tampines also.
Actually, I'm not shocked. Some people who waited so long for the BTO, they might just go to Parcel
EC.
A, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah, because I mean they waited for too long already. But main thing is that Tampines is in such demand. Why? In the east, alright, let's look from Pasir Ris all the way to like where you know maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. There isn't any other like
New launches.
big plot of lands for BTOs. In fact, or projects.
Alright.
Yeah. So the last Tampines project was Treasure and see sold out. Easily sold out. Park Central, the last EC, also sold out.
Alright.
Alright.
Today, TENET, will it sell out if it launches at 1,004 PSF within a day?
Within a day, okay. Price point wise, it's really awesome because if you are comparing to like the other projects, Piccadilly, Lentor, 2001 and stuff, it's gonna be sold out fast.
But not in a day lah.
Not
Okay
in a
lah.
day lah.
Maybe first day, I think it will go off maybe like 40%, 60% go off. Alright. Question is, will they still be able to profit if they buy today 1,004 PSF?
Yes.
Why?
I would say yes. It's a paper profit. Just now we mentioned that the amenities and all that is there already.
Yeah. I mean, today, if this is not an EC, I personally think that people will snap it up if it's sold at 2002, 2003 PSF, if it's a full condo. Because look at Lentor Modern, alright, sold for 2001, 2002 PSF, and this is Tampines, is more in demand with local families. It's Tampines North, there's so many BTOs in the area, there's a mall coming up right in front. So today, if you ask me 1,004 PSF, can people buy? Yes, they can. Will they profit?
Sure make money, man. Really.
Sure make money.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a sales talk, but it is what it is.
Let's move away from Tampines.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we compare, alright. We compare with Koppen. Alright, Koppen is
Koppen is here.
Koppen is in Tengah area. Tengah area, similarly, they are also having a lot of BTOs and stuff. But why I feel that probably the growth is actually more in this Tampines.
Right.
Alright. It's because maybe we have a look at Koppen now.
Alright, let's go. This is Koppen. Koppen is located right in the middle of somewhere here. Okay, but let's go to the next slide where we'll see where exactly Koppen Grand is.
Okay, when we talk about distance to MRT, somehow it's a very important thing also.
Around 500 meters
It's
here.
a little bit further.
500 meters to Tengah Plantation. And then 500 meters to Hongkar. But they're all in this radius. It's centrally located.
It's like there but not there.
Yeah.
All right. So this to me, it's a point that I will note, because I mean I have to think about like accessibility for my kids.
Yep.
Correct.
So the question is today, if you're going to compare Copen Grand versus Tampines, let's say you don't care whether you're Eastie or Westie, you just want to compare.
You really don't mind putting your money somewhere that can grow.
Yeah, and assuming the prices is going to be around the same. Oops. Here, it's going to be around plus minus 100 PSF difference. Okay, but let's take a look. When you have to walk so far away from MRT, compared to the Tampines plot, which is right
beside,
almost right beside, okay, and then at the same time, this tengah plantation, tengah area, there's so many BTOs under construction,
correct,
just like Tampines North, but there's so many unopened land, unsold land, which potentially will be under construction over the next 5 to 10 years.
Yes, and that will mean that, are you ready to stay in a house with a lot of construction,
in front, behind, to the side,
around you lah? Okay,
yeah.
As compared to Tampines, I mean, it's a highway with all the other condos built already.
Yeah, we're talking about livability lah. When you got two options, in the market at the same time, you do want to do your comparison. But of course, construction does mean future development.
Correct.
Future development
pros
does
and cons
mean
pros and cons.
Yeah, so you have to weigh it out what you really want. And otherwise, this is how Copen is ahead of time compared to TENET.
Yes.
They already have opened the show flats. We already have people placing their applications.
Apps and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a very good place to go to have a feel of what a very good efficient layout is.
Yeah, and despite all this, the application rate for Copen is quite high. I think because the developers are doing a good job with their layout.
Yes.
All right, so I'll just explain. This is one of my favorite layout in Copen. Here's yours as well. So you chose this. You can see when you enter. Okay, you've got your dry kitchen. Dry kitchen, that's where you do your show stuff. When your friends come over, you have your coffee machine.
Showy stuff,
Showy stuff, yeah.
So if you have wine and stuff also, please put there nicely and stuff.
Yeah, if you're Muslim, you got wine and stuff, your parents come, please hide.
So right, over at the other areas.
Astaghfirullah. You enter the wet kitchen. Okay, that's where the ladies will actually see and start to compare and see whether it's worth their money. And it does look like quite a well-designed layout, because just as you turn out of the kitchen into the yard, you can actually place a door here.
That's my favorite part. I love the extra toilet because it's so functional. All right, and then the yard and room shelter.
I just realized there's one master room, toilet, two common bathroom, and then a third one.
Yeah, it's so useful, really.
Yeah, so it can really be a helper's quarter.
Yes, yeah. She does the laundry and everything else, so she's parked there. That's her estate.
Cannot go,
Okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's a small area, but I think it's a good privacy for the helper to have in the house. Now, otherwise, going back into the living room, we do have a decent sized balcony. In fact, I like the size. It's not too big. It's not too small as well. Currently, I have a balcony in my home. It's just way too long. It just ends up being my bicycle station.
Actually, long is fine. It's how you use the space also. For me, I use it as a dining. But this balcony will really be a balcony, like not dining, not storeroom, because it's a nice size.
It's a good lifestyle balcony here.
Yes.
Right, then when you enter the rooms, you realize that, the common rooms can fit in a queen bed comfortably. If you convert it into a single bed, or maybe what I see in current ECs, my clients, they have double deckers here, and then this becomes like a study or a playroom. Yeah, a dedicated study, playroom, and an office today. Also, it's very important. And then when you see in the master room, wow, it's a king size bed.
Yeah,
it's big. I mean, this is 2022 and we are still getting this kind of sizes. Like, wow, good job, developer.
Actually, yes. And all this squeeze in 1012 square feet. So if you compare, and people will always say, new projects very small. But if you compare to a resale, maybe 1,300 square feet, and it's so big but it's inefficient, then what is the point? It over here is small, compact, but very functional.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's really not about the space square feet and stuff. It's really about how efficient the space is.
So if this layout is available in TENET,
definite, man. It's a no-brainer, I would say.
I want to go for it.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Not eligible. But yeah, so layout is very important. So when you want to choose your unit, do get proper advice.
Yes, because you always need to think far. All right. Okay, next.
We're going to do a pop quiz, or rather she's going to quiz me. She's prepared a bunch of questions which I've not seen yet. But she did tell me that she wants to quiz me because
No, you know why? Because when I handle such questions, I myself feel that, wow, it's a not so sure. Not so sure. We'll have to check and double confirm.
All right. Let's
And
go.
if I'm not sure, maybe you guys also might benefit from it.
Okay.
Now the first one. To go. Okay.
Yes.
So it's a son, a typical 35 years Singaporean, first time. All right. Parents as occupier. Okay, no more house. But the parents enjoy 2 times grant already. Okay. So of course the son wants to buy. But the question is, can he buy?
Okay, so I'm going to break it down. Son is not married.
No, 35 years old, not married, Singaporean.
Got child? No child.
No child.
Okay,
Right?
no child, not married. You need to buy. Your parents need to come in as occupier at least.
Yeah,
to
family
form
nucleus.
a family nucleus. So if I were to cover the bottom half, can. But now the parents has already enjoyed 2 times grant. That means in the past they've bought a BTO possibly, and then the second house they got some grants. All right. Unfortunately now cannot. Even though the son is eligible, the parents are not. Unfortunately for the son, without the parents they cannot buy. So right now the answer is no, because the parents has enjoyed 2-time grants before in the past. If the son suddenly finds a girlfriend, a Singaporean girlfriend, then can.
Okay, all right, yes. So basically, because they are occupier, right, they are kind of considered as a household.
Correct.
So they look at it as a household itself.
Yes.
Right? Now, any grant, okay, imagine that the parents only have 1-time grant, means buy BTO once only. All right? Can they get any grant?
I think if 1-time grant, I think the son is still eligible for half grant.
Yes, because they will look at the main applicant.
Main applicant.
Yeah, for
okay.
the grant, they will look at the main applicant.
So correct,
So right. This means that if you're not sure about grants and stuff, right, you better check and get the calculations right.
How much grant can they get?
Maximum 30.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean maximum 30 lah.
30,000.
Depending, there's a lot of criteria also, so really have to check. Next. Parents both SPR, because our SPR community is also growing, all right? So it's an increasing question, getting popular question, I would say. Combined income 17K,
Okay.
child Singaporean, 19 years old. So the family nucleus has Singaporean in it.
So complicated.
Okay?
I
Complicated, man.
want to lean on the no side because they're both SPR. The applicants are the parents, the 40-year-old SPRs. Whether but then because to my best knowledge, if there's no Singaporean in the ownership, you cannot buy. So even though the child is a Singaporean, he can be an essential occupier, but he's not an owner, so does not allow the parents to buy.
How come he cannot be owner?
21 and above only then can be owner, right? Yes. Okay, why you chip me up? So I don't think they can. I don't think they can. And
so it's really just the age,
the child's age,
Yeah, as in because it's 19 years old, so they cannot buy lah. Yes, they cannot buy.
If they wait 2 more years, possibly can lah.
Alright, but actually also in this scenario, the combined income is 17K. Although 70K is very grey, okay, we know that
16 is the ceiling,
16
right?
is the ceiling. But to be honest, if you are about 17 or 18, maybe we can try our best to see how we can help. But no promises,
Yeah, it's not for us to decide.
Okay?
But
not for us to decide.
I mean, I did help a client purchase a Park Greenwich. Their income was just over 17 and they just crossed the 17K mark.
Recently also, right?
Just
it depends
recently.
on how recent you cross that 16K.
Yeah, so HDB actually asked for a lot of documents to prove. And they actually got it.
Yeah, but to be honest, if you can, you should.
Try.
Yeah, should try. Just try.
Try with us. Call. Okay, next question.
Okay, so Mr. Mrs. X sold first subsidized BTO. Now they have own resale.
So they sold a BTO already, then they buy a resale
last time,
HDB.
Yes. Now they are staying in open market resale, no grant.
When do they have to pay the resale levy? Pay resale, okay, because they already sold their BTO flat, so they have to pay the levy upon booking, or maybe a few weeks after booking.
Okay, so yeah, that is what a lot of people think, because they say, wow, I don't want to go easy. Later I have to fork out 40K to pay. Alright, this 40K, yes, you kind of have to pay, but it is not during booking.
So if I apply now,
yeah, you only pay it when you are collecting your keys.
3 years later, 4 years later.
Whenever your keys are ready, basically.
So got time to save up,
A lot of time to save up, 40K. Alright, so this is something that some people actually think that yes, upon booking, then they don't want. They
I just thought of a new content. I mean, if you're gonna have to pay resale levy, is it still worth it for you to buy an EC?
Yeah, of course.
Should do a new content, huh? Okay, next video on that.
That's a good one.
Okay, if you have to pay levy, you still buy an EC. A lot of people do actually, and we'll see whether it makes sense or not.
Resale levy 30k, max 45.
Okay.
If you,
New content.
Next content.
One more question. Is it the last question?
I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, never mind. Mr. Mrs. X
20 minutes.
took proximity grant, own resale flat, want to buy EC without selling. I think last.
Wait. I need to read again.
I just read.
Singapore took proximity housing grant and then they own a resale flat. Now they want to buy an EC without their selling
you know, people's problem more complex than this. Okay, quick. Are they considered first timer?
They are not considered first timer because they've taken grants before. Because they've taken that proximity housing grant before. So now they are second timer. They have to pay levy. Okay, so the answer to your first question, are they considered first timer? No, they are second timer.
But the own resale flat, right? We didn't mention that they take any first time grant. So you know, under eligibility to buy, when you do like the intent to buy, right? Proximity grant is PHG, is different. Whereas, right, the first timer grant is under the, you know, that table that shows 40, 50K.
Okay, I get what you mean.
So yes,
proximity housing grant is separate from those first timer grant, those AHG.
Yeah, EHG is totally different, right? Like total like different criteria.
Something I learned today.
So right, they are still considered first timer.
First timer.
Because they haven't used that housing grant.
So, but who would take the proximity housing grant and not the first timer grant?
Maybe they just don't want to use it.
They know the game, huh?
Yeah, maybe they save it. They know that they want to save it.
So, next question is, can they apply for deferred bridging loan? Can lah.
Because rental so crazy now.
Yes, it's true.
Rental is like going crazy and getting crazier.
So this means
they don't want to sell.
The point of this question is, can they? Oh yeah. Here. Can they buy the EC without selling their HDB flat?
Because there are two criteria if they want to use deferred bridging loan.
Right.
Because means they don't have enough loan. They want that extra loan. So how can they get?
Well, what I hear from you is, if you want to buy an EC without selling your current HDB flat, can give her a call. All right, she definitely can help you with this deferred bridging loan. But can you just explain a little bit more?
Okay. So basically, if you want extra loan, you must make sure that your HDB is there. You must have your HDB, and you must choose a deferred payment scheme, not the normal payment scheme kind of things lah.
So if you're buying a EC first timer, you don't have any properties at all. Technically, you're not eligible for deferred
because you don't have any HDB.
Okay.
So you cannot get any extra loan whatsoever.
All right.
Yeah. So it is possible, and why this is highlighted is because rental market is going crazy. You see, it's really crazy. So it's a dilemma that a lot of people are in.
Yeah. So actually, even without the current situation for the rental market, I think a lot of people still will appreciate being able to not sell their current house while waiting for their EC to be completed.
But actually not so true also. Okay, because if they are staying in BTO, I won't really recommend, because BTO you want to cash out now. You know what I mean?
Well, you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I guess that's it. That's a bunch of questions that we have today. I hope you guys found our comparison between EC in Tampines called TENET
versus Tengah. Okay, that's our opinion. Okay, just our opinion. Alright, but if you have different opinions, or if you actually have different answer to the quiz, right? You know, it's
let us know.
Yeah, that's not right or wrong, I guess.
Okay.
Alright, because it's a very
Subjective, yeah. It really depends on the situation that you are in also. So again, just to highlight here, we're gonna.
Why are we back here?
We just want to remind ourselves that we're gonna do a content to see whether it's still worth it for you to buy an EC if you have to pay a resale levy.
Yes.
So look out for our next video. Again, I'm Haikal from Hero Homes, and this is
Adi.
Look out for our Instagrams or websites or anything lah. That's it. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hold on.